Alright, so let's try to get this evolving fire types done and out of the way. um, I realized I was running too many junk arms. I think the way I have it set up, I like junk arm, but junk arm was more of a card that was late game. Now you need to be a little more aggro, so I took out a junk arm, added an N. I still kind of want to run more Professor Oak's new theories, but I think we should be fine. Let's see how Legacy treats us. If I would have done this case, I would have done the other daily challenge. My other daily challenge is to knock out with lightning types, and I built a deck for it. Um, it's just Zekiels, but I did some changes to my old Zekiel list, and well, I'll probably honestly record that later today, depending on how these legacy games go. Like I said, I like legacy because it's still viable to have non-EX attackers to feel expanded. You have to have an EX or a GX or a V. Legacy, since there's a smaller pool of EXs, you can still kind of get away with just running non-EX attackers. Alright, so looks like I'm going to get a turn 1 collector, which is really good. Bouffalon. I actually don't mind fighting against the Bouffalon decks, just because usually I can just outrage back. And I can take 2 hits if I don't do any afterburners. Now the Dark Rise apart, that gets scary because of all the sniping. So let's see what we can do here. These are probably all gonna be. I'm actually not gonna get the last Cyndaquil just because at a certain point he's gonna be able to snipe and you're not gonna be able to evolve. So I'd rather get the other Reshiram. Technically, I was debating getting the Smeargle, but I have this Juniper, so I think I'm fine. One of the things that sucks right now is since I'm only running 3 junk arms, once I hit this Juniper, I'm about to discard 3 ways of getting candy. So I will have to use a Quilava for Cyndaquils later on because I'm getting rid of so many ways to get it. I mean, I still have 2 rare candies in the deck and 2 junk arms, but still decreases it by a lot. Okay, perfect. So we do have a Quilava here. I am going to put this guy here. And odds are I'm probably going to get hit with a Night Spear or something later on. So, ooh, interesting. Well, but that kind of doesn't matter if he attacks me. If he doesn't attack me, then that's a completely different story. Ooh, we're getting End right now. And that's actually, oh, I think I mentioned it already. I did add the End to get rid of the junk arm, so I do have more ways to get different cards in my hand. So let's see here. So that's what I was talking about. Even though he is increasing his life, I don't think he increased it by that much. My outrage is still going to take him out. All right, and here I am actually going to comp search for the Typholosion. Might as well do that because it's very rare to have the rare candy and the stage 2. And let's see what we're going to do here. Perfect. So we already have 2 Typhlosions in, so this puts us in really good shape. I believe I've discarded way more than enough energy. Well, apparently not way more than enough, but I discarded enough energy to do this. I might promote the Smeargle next turn just to be able to do it. I mean, I can just attach retreat and then afterburner. So let's do this. And if he's gonna attack with that Mew is gonna give me 2 prizes. So me being end heavy in this matchup isn't too favorable right now. Um, just because of the fact that I'm gonna get less prizes. But let's see what we got here. Alright. I'm really surprised he put the experience share on the Mew. I can one shot the Mew. Like, that's not a problem. So, I honestly think he really should have gone with a Darkrai, and then he could have, like, done a Darkrai to. I don't know. This is confusing. Let's see here. I don't want to discard this. Maybe I can get a collector off of this. And I did. Sweet. So I honestly didn't do the whole put Smeargle in the front thing just because I didn't need it. Sometimes you don't need stuff. And what would suck is if he had a Juniper. I doubt he does. But I wouldn't want to discard the Lava. So let's get ready for our next attack. Just keep recycling these energies with Afterburner. And we're pretty much set for the game. The one problem that I can see arising is the fact that I don't have a Reshi in my hand. Um, but, oh, there we go. I was just about to say that. I was just about to say, I'm like, I can always collect her for one or something later. Alright, so I'm being lasered here, which is actually fine. Like, Outrage is a really good attack. I really like Outrage. Here, I'm going to Afterburner, but I'm actually not going to Blue Flare. I just did the Afterburner to get the energies on there. I believe I'm out of energy, so I can't really do more. But this is going to hit for 170, 70, and then I can do the 120 later. And I don't even think I might need to do that. I might be able to just, because of the poison, I can keep dealing damage this way. And this is why, like I said, he should have just promoted this Darkrai and just dealt with it. Let's see what we have here. I can hit for 90, which means I do have to Blue Flare here. I don't need like 4 Typholosions, so I'm just going to. I'm going to touch an energy. Nope. I'm going to Juniper so I can have an energy in the discard pile. I'm just going to do this. You know what? Good point, game. Let's see if we can discard another collector. I don't want to discard a pawn. So let's do that. Alright, cool. So we have this, and I can get that Typholosion next turn. So I'm actually in really good shape here. I can attach if I want, but I'm just going to grab another Typholosion for now. And I'm all set. So what I really like about Flare Destroy is the fact that you can just discard an energy and it really disrupts your opponent. I don't have to worry necessarily about, well, I do have to worry about getting captured out, but I don't think that's going to be a problem right now. Because even if I do get captured out because I just blue flared, I can always just attach and retreat. So that I'm not even worried about. I mean, if they capture me and then laser me to sleep, they have really good luck. That's 2 heads. So, and if they do that and then I wake up next turn, I can still retreat. So that's like 3 heads. That's 1 out of 16, 1 out of 64 chance of that happening. Alright, so you're night spearing. Cool. And let's get this. So this is why I don't like running Mew. That versatility is not worth it, guys. You just lose so many prizes. And what was that? I only knocked out 3 Pokemon? Four, because there was a point where I got the Buffalon. So I still have to play another game because of the EXs. So if you want more Darkrai, there's other attackers. Um, yeah, I think the Buffalons are good. You could run Mewtwo, like people ran. They called it Super Friends, Mewtwo and Darkrai, Superman and Batman. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't think the Mew was worth it. The Mewtwo would be worth it, but I'm assuming the only thing I can assume is that they don't have Mewtwo, so they're like, we'll play the Mew to counter the Mewtwo. But the best counter for Mewtwo is Mewtwo, just hands down. I feel like it should be an easier card to get now, though. So I don't know. What I'm probably gonna do here is gonna see if I can poke a gear for the collector. I did not get it, but let's do this. I'm gonna discard one of the ends. I have 4 in the deck anyway. I am going to get me the Cyndaquil because it looks like I'm playing against a Garbodor deck. The interesting thing about Garbodor is Typhlosion does not have an ability. Typhlosion has a Poke Power. So I don't have to worry about that. I do want if running Garbodor and this. I wonder if he's running Tool Drop. I haven't seen Tool Drop in a while, but he could very well be playing Tool Drop. But I feel he would have attached the tool by now. He should have attached the tool by now if he's playing Tool Drop. Um, I don't have any abilities in this deck. I have Poke Powers, so I'm not worried at all here. Let's get this pawn. Get this, and I have a collector for next turn. Hopefully, I draw an energy next turn. Do I have any? We could poke a gear for that, but nope, I'm pretty good right now. I'm banking on drawing that fire energy. I mean, worst case, if I don't get it, I don't get it. If he floats stones here, ooh. I actually like getting laser just because of the damage. If he Verbanks me, that's even better. I'll be able to knock him out if he Verbanks. Alright, so he is running that. So he's blocking his own red signal right now. If he has another Stellar Wish, he's blocking his own Stellar Wish. Um, yeah, Garbotoxin doesn't affect me at all. He's literally hurting himself more if that's his goal. And he's trying to put me to sleep, so he's wasting a lot of resources here just for that potential sleep. I actually don't think I'm going to collector this turn. I thought I was, but because of how good of a position I'm in, I actually don't need the collector. I'm just going to go for the Flosion here. Oh, see, it's a good thing I didn't collector because I got everything I wanted. Um, let's see here. I'm so tempted of using this Ultra Ball right now, but I'll use it next turn. I do not think he's in a good state right now, so I don't want to flash that fire energy and just make him quit. The interesting part is because he didn't have a tool, I don't think he could not be aware of the fact that these are Poke powers. So because they're Poke powers, I'm not getting affected by it at all. I don't think he should have used that Super Rod to get the Trubbish back. It does not benefit him at all. Unless he has like a bicycle or something, I feel that it's just a waste. Oh, Mewtwo enters the field. Mewtwo's an interesting one because it's like, it hurts me, but it doesn't. And it looks like we're both getting brand new hands here. Now I regret not doing that Ultra Ball. But at the same time, I'm fine because I have a fire energy. I'm just going to be able to um, afterburner. And the reason why I said Mewtwo's kind of interesting in this matchup is I do discard my energies, but he has gotten rid of a lot of his lasers. Oh, he's only gotten rid of two. It feels like he's gotten rid of a lot more. I'm actually gonna afterburner because let's see, going into my turn, I'm gonna have 40 plus 20. Ugh. Oh, I can afterburner on him, and that'll put me. Yep, it'll be a KO range. So I'm gonna attach an energy to this guy, but I'm going to afterburner onto him to be able to get the KO. Like I said, that laser has been helping me out more than it's been helping him. All right, and we got another Typholosion here. So let's get this party started. The only thing I can think of happening is he could try to stall me out by getting these. But I think he's going to try to kill the Reshi. This is the most amount of energy I'm probably going to have on this Reshi. Alright, let's see what we're doing here. I'm actually debating. I'm probably going to do it. I'm probably going to Flare Destroy just because of the fact that it gets rid of his DCE, and at that point he's kind of on the defensive. It will cost me a Typhlosion, but because of the fact that my Reshi already has two energies, I think I'm in a good enough spot where I can afford to sacrifice this. Like him losing a DCE is a lot worse than me losing a Typhlosion at the moment. I'm ahead on prizes. Um, 2, 4, 6, 8. He can knock me out right now, but the fact that it's gonna make him hesitate in attaching another energy either to the Mewtwo or his bench Mewtwo, I think that's gonna be more than worth it. All right, so I'm definitely gonna do the Flare Destroy option here. And I'm able to do that because of the fire energy in my hand. Ultra Ball now, or to. I think I'm gonna gear here. Oh, that was not worth it. That was terrible. Trying to think. I think I can just get rid of my Smeargles. I don't need my Smeargles right now, and I want to increase the odds of me getting to evolve one of these Cyndaquils into a Typhlosion. So I'm gonna go with no hand. That Flare Destroy gets rid of his energy. If he puts another DCE 2, 4, 6, 8, and that's 100. So another one that's 110. I can still Flare Destroy next turn. So again, Mewtwo is an interesting card, but in this matchup, um, he's pretty much a wash. There's no point in me Flare Destroying next turn. Reason being is this Mewtwo gets knocked out by the Reshi. And I still have enough energies to retreat, which is the beauty of this whole situation. Just beautiful. And again, I'm gonna prep this Typholosion here. Because it's just giving him such a hard time in this matchup. Alright, so that's the... Alright, so I had 4, so 5, and 6. So I'm at 6. Let's see what's going on here. I don't think Mewtwo is needed again in the Genesect deck. I feel he's doing way too much here because, alright, so the Virizion is meant to save Genesect from lasers. But that won't happen because he runs the Garbodor, so that's canceling this out. Also, the Garbodor is canceling out his red signal and his Stellar Wish. And he's trying to run a Mewtwo when this Genesect is a good enough attacker, especially with this thing right here. He could be finding ways to make this more consistent. But he's doing too much. That's just what it comes down to, is he's doing way too much. Ooh, he got the heads. Nice. Alright, so I'm taking a bunch of damage, and I did not wake up, so not a good thing for me in the slightest. I'm gonna set up this guy here. Did he? Yeah, he junk armed for that one, but he's out of junk arms now. Let's see here. I totally have a switch, so this guy is not in an enviable position. Plus, this Reshi is not going to need the blue flare because he is just going to outrage. If he Night Spears, that's great. But otherwise, I'm just in a really good spot right now. So he is low on cards. If he has another Stellar Wish, I mean, I really hope he's not playing 2 Stellar Wishes. I have everything I need on the field right now. Worst case scenario is if he puts me to sleep. And I won't be able to retreat out of it, but it's not even that bad of shape right now. So, yeah. Oh, darn. Alright. So since I had 4, 5, and 6, I need 2 more knockouts, guys. There goes my daily. Yep. Oh, actually, was that 1 more knockout? Did I miscount somewhere? I got 3, 4, 5. I forgot what I got in the first game. But let's just end this. I definitely don't have any regrets on getting rid of that junk arm. When I was trying to do this daily last time, I felt like I kept having junk arm, but nothing to junk arm. So I might honestly get rid of another junk arm. Before I started recording, I was debating on it going down to 2 junk arms, but I don't not like getting rid of that resource to get a rare candy. I think it's gonna be very hard for me to deal with, because if you like Juniper turn 1 and you get rid of like 3 rare candies, which unfortunately has happened to me before, it'd be very painful. Very few ways to recover from that. So let's see what we're doing here. All right, come on. Let's get a matchup going here. I feel bad because I feel like I keep sharing these load times for Legacy. So next time I record these, I'm definitely going to pause the recording and go back once we get that matchup, just so we don't have to do this. Right now, I'm not editing. I know it's really long, really boring videos. So let's see here. I do want to go first. because I can either get a Smeargle turn 1. Oof, that's probably the worst card I can get turn 1. I was gonna say I can Rushy for an energy. I mean, I can get the Quell Lava, so that's kind of nice. This is a terrible hand. Let's see what you do. It's a dragon version. I like how they made a dragon. It's really good for him. Ooh, he's reverse triggering. Let's see what we got here. Thank goodness. I'm aware that because it's only 3 cards, he probably does not have a supporter, but I do have a switch to get out of this later, so I don't mind the fact that this is probably not going to be good for me right now, but it could be good for me later. All right, hopefully it's not a Juniper. All right, cool. Because this confirms that I should not do what I just said, getting rid of that third junk arm. If I would have gotten a Juniper from his hand, like that would have been that, that would have basically cost me the game, I feel. All right, so we got this. I know he doesn't have it, but it's always nice to see his hand. Okay. So Cofagrigus, so he can. Oh, it's not the ability one. I thought it was the one where he kills himself and just deals a bunch of damage to everyone. Doesn't look like it's that one. And so we got a revenge guy. Oh, please get me one of those ends. Yes. Getting rid of those junk arms for ends is good. I know I'm helping him out by doing this, but guess what? I'm also going to be able to portrait him. So it's helping him, but it isn't type situation. I am definitely going to evolve this guy. Do I have a switch? I do not have a switch here. I'm going to do this. No, that's not worth it. Really, nothing. Interesting. He's running a low supporter count deck. I am color me surprised. All right, I'm really regretting attaching the energy to him now. I'm actually gonna Ultra Ball and get rid of the junk arm, mainly because if I do get a Quill Lava here, I don't know why I said if. I had already searched the deck and it was there. I don't really need another junk arm, so we're just gonna go here. He has plenty of energy, so he is going to kill this Smeargle, but it's also going to give me energy in the discard pile, which I would like right now to give Typholosion purpose. So he is attacking me. You know what? I actually don't even know what this does. Flip a coin in his head, get a card from the discard pile. Oh, so he's just rewinding time. So he does play a little bit late game here. Let's just go into this. Boom. Well, that's unfortunate. Let me attach an energy here. I'm going to do this. And hopefully I don't die next turn. What does he do? 90. If he does 90, I'll be at 110, and then I can outrage for like 140. That's not going to affect me too much because the energy comes from the discard pile and not my hand. So it doesn't affect that calculation. If I were him, I would time rewind. How's he doing more damage? Oh, the Oxys. Nice. I was like, wait a minute. How's he doing damage? Mm, I definitely think that I am not in an enviable position right now. I want to say that he runs more psychic. Phew, sorry guys. Oof. I want to say for each plasma energy, discard the top card of your opponent's deck. He probably runs more psychic based on how his deck looks. So I'm gonna try to discard. Oh, but he has 2 steals. Well, I'm gonna force him to put another psychic on this Pokemon. Let's try to do this. Get some Reshis in here. I'm actually going to get 2 Cyndaquils and 1 Reshi. If I draw Typholosion, that would be really good news for many reasons. I totally forgot about the energy count, so I guess that all of that thinking didn't even matter. I forgot I had done so much damage to him with Blue Flare the turn before. And I had planned that out too. It's like, oh, just have the other attacker ready. Alright, I believe we're done with the daily, guys. Finally done with the daily. Alright, and he's gonna knock out my Typholosion here. Which, I mean, sucks, but I got options. Oh, he didn't. I totally thought he was gonna get another like Deoxys or something here. I'm actually going to go more into the outrage route here. I mean, I don't have much of a choice, but I definitely like how much damage I'm getting here to be able to outrage. I don't want to discard those rare candies. I'm out of Quilavas. Mm-hmm. I do want to have another Typhlosion though. I need a Typhlosion more than I need a supporter. Alright, so I'm definitely going to be able to Blue Flare next turn. Unfortunately, oh wait, he has 170. I thought he had 180. We're in a really good spot here. Because I can Blue Flare him next turn for KO. I don't know why I thought he had 180. And I used to run Plasma too. So perfect. Like Outrage is like destroying him right now. All of his little tricks. He really needs to be running the other. He really needs to be running Sky Arrow Bridge, to be honest. Um, it's cute. Like I get the synergy, but this just isn't helping. I do like the reverse trigger. I always kind of wanted to make a deck with reverse trigger, but unfortunately, and you guys can see right now, it's not competitive. And he's going to cut down for 30. If heads, well, I'm dead, so it doesn't matter. All right, so we're gonna go here, and I'm totally gonna end here. I don't care if I get the same number of cards. Oh look, and they're better cards. All right, so let's get going. This, I am actually surprised how favorable this matchup has been. Alright, I'm assuming, yep, that would make sense. And I'm just gonna outrage. Next turn. Yep, that makes sense. I didn't want to spend 2 turns anyway, and I reached my daily. We did it. Definitely getting rid of that Junkern was good, but also I guess good matchups. Um, yeah, the thumbnail's definitely going to be about. Well, I mean, you guys already know because you guys are watching the video. If you got this far, and if you did get this far, thank you so much because I know these videos are long, and I need to start working on my editing. So thank you guys for hanging out this long, if you guys have. But the thumbnail's definitely going to be about that Garbodor, uh, and the fact that it doesn't work with Verzian.